My name is Andrew from Launchpad 6. In this tutorial, we are going to walk through how ContestPad judging rounds work and how to set them up. ContestPad includes a powerful judging capability that allows a panel of adjudicators to assess and score competition or award submissions through one or multiple judging rounds. When a round commences, all allocated adjudicators will receive an email with a link to the judging portal where they can log in and commence scoring. When an adjudicator logs in, if a judging round has started, a new menu will appear in the portal called Judging. When the adjudicator selects this menu, a gallery of entries which have been assigned to the adjudicator will appear. The adjudicator can then begin scoring entries. ContestPad supports multiple scoring options, including simple star ratings, assessment criteria ratings, and entry ranking from favourite to least favourite. Adjudicators can also filter entries which are awaiting to be scored, as well as completed entries. Adjudicators also have the option to sort entries by score or time received. Once the round ends, the scores are submitted automatically and cannot be changed. Adjudicators can also have the option to finalise scores at an individual entry level at any time. If this is allowed, then once a score is submitted, it cannot be changed by the adjudicator and the entry will disappear from the adjudicator's assigned entry gallery. Now that we've had a brief look at the judging portal, let's see how we can set up judging. To start with, it's a good idea to set up judging groups before you create your first round. These groups contain the adjudicators that will be assigned to entries to score. To create judging groups, go to the Users and Groups section. Select the Groups tab and create a new group that will contain your adjudicators. Once the group is created, add users to the group by selecting the Tools button and select Add Users. You can then select the judging users to add to the group. We have assumed you have already created your users first. Now that you have created your judging groups, go to the contest you want to set up judging for. Select Manage and then select the Settings tab. Then go to the Voting and Judging menu. You will have the option to add a new voting period or judging period. Select Add Judging Period. Once you've added a judging period, you'll be taken to the Create Judging Round form. Name your round and give instructions on how you want it to be judged. This can be displayed to your adjudicators in the portal. Next, select how you want your adjudicators to score their assigned entries. There are multiple options, however for this tutorial, we are going to use assessment rating. This allows you to create a scaled star ratings across multiple assessment criteria. For assessment rating, you can also select the scale. This determines how many stars will be displayed to score entries. Once you've selected your scale, you can then enter the assessment criteria as well as the weighting. The weighting for each criteria determines the number of points each star is worth. The total score from each judge is a sum of all the criteria scores. Next, you need to determine how you want scores from multiple adjudicators for each entry to be calculated. You have the option to sum all the scores together from all adjudicators for each entry. This is fine if you have the same number of adjudicators scoring all entries. If you potentially have an uneven number of adjudicators scoring entries and you don't want to disadvantage entries that have less adjudicators assessing their entry, then you can select to average the score from all adjudicators. You also have the option to exclude adjudicators' scores for entries with a 0 score, as this could indicate that the judge may not have had the chance to score that entry yet. This ensures that entries that have not been scored by adjudicators will not have their average dragged down unfairly. Next, select if you want to collect comments and whether you want entries to be automatically assigned when the round starts or as entries are published. If entries are going to be assigned across multiple adjudicators or judging groups, then automatic allocation will allocate the entries evenly across the judging groups using a round robin method. If you are wanting to assign entries based on specific criteria, such as categories, then you can assign entries to adjudicators manually. So leave this option off. You do have a secondary automatic assign option, which allows entries to be assigned manually before the round starts. However, any entries published after the round commences will be automatically added to a group or adjudicator using a round robin allocation. Next, select whether you want to allow adjudicators to submit scores manually for each entry. If this is off, then scores will be automatically submitted at the end of the round. Then select whether you want to include scores from adjudicators if they have not completed scoring all their entries. This is enabled by default. If you switch this off, then if an adjudicator has not completed scoring all entries, then all their scores will not be included in the final entry scores. The last toggle option is whether you want the round to automatically commence at the set date or whether you want to start the round manually. The last few options include when the round will start and finish and which judging groups will be assigned to the round. You also have the option to select individual users if you want some or all entries to be scored by only one adjudicator. Once you have completed the setup, save your options. You can now assign entries to adjudicators. Remember that this can be done automatically when the round starts or manually, as I'm about to show you. To manually assign entries, select Manage and then select the Assign tab. On the left, you will see the assignment filter buckets, and on the right, all the entries will be listed. The first filter bucket will show all the entries, whereas the second filter bucket will show all the entries that have not been assigned to this round yet. The subsequent filter buckets represent the groups or individual adjudicators that have been assigned to the round. To assign entries, select the Unassigned filter bucket. To commence assigning, click on the entries you want to assign. You can also select multiple entries using the Shift key for bulk selection. Once selected, either drag and drop the entry to the group or individual judge you want to assign the entry to, or select the Assign button and select the group or judge to assign to. And that's it. You can then start the round manually or wait for the round to start automatically. Once the round starts, all adjudicators will receive the commencement email and can begin scoring entries. You can also monitor the progress of your adjudicators, as well as view the individual scores provided to each entry from each adjudicator using the Results tab. Once the round has completed, all judging scores will then appear in the Main Entries tab against each entry. That concludes our tutorial on how to set up judging. If you would like to find out any more detailed information about how to set up judging rounds or any other features of ContestPad, just go to help.launchpad6.com. Thanks for watching and thanks for using ContestPad.